Okay, Chief Mina, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate it. First of all, tell us your reaction to the state attorney's press conference.
Well, like I said, I'm extremely upset. I'm in total disagreement with the decision not to pursue the death penalty in this case.
She says that that there is no evidence that the death penalty protects law enforcement.
If there was any case for the death penalty, I think this is the case. I mean, I'm sure she has seen the video as well. I've seen the video of Markeith Loyd standing over the helpless and defenseless Lieutenant Deborah Clayton. He had the opportunity to run, to flee, to get away, to escape, but he chose to stand there and fire multiple rounds into her helpless and defenseless body.
We have not seen that video, so can you describe to us in further detail what you saw in that video?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Lieutenant Deborah Clayton, heroically tried to apprehend a murder suspect. She exchanged gunfire with Markeith Loyd. She was struck and fell to the ground, and instead of running to his vehicle, he could have ran in any number of directions, but instead of running to his vehicle to get away, he chose to basically divert his path of escape toward Lieutenant Deborah Clayton, and while she lay on the ground, helpless and defenseless, he fired multiple rounds into her execution style.
Do you think it is a disservice to this community to not seek the death penalty in this case?
I think that the death penalty in this case is warranted, and anything short of that is disproportionate to the seriousness of this heinous crime.
If this case were not in front of us right now, in general, how would you feel about this announcement?
I don't understand your question.
Take Markeith Loyd out of the equation. If this case were not coming forward, how would you feel about this announcement of the state attorney not seeking the death penalty in general?
If it wasn't involving a police officer, is that what you mean?
Yes. If we were not considering the Markeith Loyd case, in general, how would you feel about this announcement?
Certainly, I would be disappointed as well. I mean, anytime someone is gunned down in broad daylight, and you're talking about a person who's already murdered his girlfriend and his own unborn child, and then executes someone, I think a death penalty is warranted in this case, and I think that the law should be filed, and let's let a jury decide. I do believe that the fact that this is a police officer who took an oath to serve and protect this community and then was executed, I do believe that that's an aggravating factor that should warrant a death penalty.
The state attorney says that the death penalty in Florida basically does not deliver justice because of what it puts the victims' families through. She says it doesn't bring them closure because it takes so long, and sometimes the defendants still are not executed. Do you agree with that?
That's her. No, I do not agree, and that's her interpretation and her opinion. In the United States, we have laws, and certainly for the most heinous and serious crimes, those laws, if broken, need to have consequences, and that's specifically why we have the death penalty.
The state attorney said in her presser that she plans to sit down and talk to you about her decision. How will that conversation go from your end?
Well, I'm going to hear her out and certainly listen to her reasoning, but I can't imagine anything that she says is going to change my opinion or change my mind. I saw the video for myself. I've seen all the evidence. I've seen everything she has in front of her. So, I truly believe that this is a case, if any, case that needs to be a death penalty case. And let a jury decide that.
Okay.